fight. I was raised by wolves. Shoot, he scores!
Hey there, hockey fans! You already know TenbandTV can stream live regional sports. But did you know you can also stream the best of the local music scene as well? Music from the 412 is live and streaming 24/7 on TenbandTV. Watch music videos, concerts, and original programming free from the comfort of your couch. Featuring the best of music and artists from Pittsburgh and Western PA. Tune in today.
Humphreys trying to get up ahead of the defense for Team Gordos, out to a 1-0 lead. Conyon, watch closely, down low for Humphreys. Humphreys from an angle, misses McLaughlin. Humphreys, right wing circle. Out in front it comes, and over the bar from the stick of Conyon. Good cycle here by Gordos. All alone is Humphreys, but he fans on the attempted shot. He gets it back, and he tucks it in anyway.
It's that same move that Boyson tried in the first game that he wasn't too successful on, but Humphreys was able to get it there.
He's so good, he's even failing upward. Humphreys recovers and easily taps it past McLaughlin to double the advantage for Gordos. Christian Humphreys' 9th goal of the competition. Guess who's back? Back again. Mooney's back. Tell a friend. Hello, good evening, and welcome. I'm Matt Popchock, and we're back as well. Aaron Norkovicus, he's back too, and we are back at the Ice Castle in Castle Shannon, Pennsylvania for the 6th and final week of the 2024 Ice Castle 3-vs-3 Elite Hockey League on TenbandTV. Team Raising Canes at 7-3 in red against Team Saloon in light brown, 5-5 in the opener. In our second game, Team Gordos Tacos and Tequila in black at 7-3 also, taking on Team Tidal Wave Sports in orange. They come in at 1-9. LJ Mooney, as I said, is back for Team Raising Canes. Mooney, prior to getting the call to USA World Junior Showcase Camp and prior to being the youngest player at the camp, for that matter, was the leading scorer in this competition. 17 goals and 8 assists through the first few weeks of action here in the South Hills, and he rejoins a Raising Cane's squad captained by the NHL All-Rookie sensation Logan Cooley, who you and I got to see play last week, Aaron, and number 18 and number 92 in red are back together. Now we're going to see some serious stuff, I think.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. LJ's so dangerous out there. Having him back for Canes is going to be really big for them. They just barely lost last week, only by 3 goals. And like we talked about last week, he's definitely able to do like score like that, and he can be big for them.
And through the first few weeks, Canes was the dominant team in the circuit. And since Mooney's departure, they've looked a lot more human, if you will. And that's allowed Gordos, the team in black, to gain some ground on them. Those two are in a virtual dead heat for first place as we determine seeding tonight for next week's special playoff event yet to come, which will involve all 4 teams, we should point out. And warming up off to our right, we see number 24 in black, Christian Humphreys, a player that you liked his game a lot last week, Aaron. I remember that specifically. And to wit, he was our player of the night for week number 5, and he had a big night for Gordo's. They'll look for him to have another big night tonight.
Yeah, he's someone that you're definitely going to need to have another great night. You know, he's so calm with the puck, made a lot of plays last week, and especially with the Canes getting LJ back, they're really going to need him to step up big again.
And Will Tomko, I think, stepped up as well last week, making his league debut with Team Gordo's. He's number 17 in black, warming up off to our right, the former Peters Township sensation, an underclassman who won a state championship and back-to-back Penguins Cups under the guidance of the recently retired Rick Tingle, then went on to play USHL hockey. He's a Penn State commit for not this season, but next season, 2025-2026. And he had already in his first week 5 points in his first 2 games, and I think you and I both mutually liked his game a lot as well.
Oh yeah, he's everyone talks about the Coley-LJ connection, and just as big for Tacos is the Tomko-Humphreys connection. Tomko just had a great week in his first week, and excited. Now he has his foot under him. I'm excited to see what he can do this week.
And meanwhile, for Team Saloon, we see Brendan Wolcomb back in the lineup this week for Team Saloon, chit-chatting with Canes defenseman Chris Conway, the Bethel Park native, as they take the last few minutes of this ongoing warm-up skate together. And Wolcomb, with 10 goals and 15 points, leads Team Saloon. He was our player of the night 2 weeks prior as Team Saloon won the weekly championship for week number 4. And Team Saloon has had its moments in this event. They've had some signature wins, but really they needed to get Brendan Wolcomb back, and they've got him back tonight.
Yeah, they really need something going. It seems like lately it's just been Tacos and Canes just running this league, and it'd be nice to see one of these other 2 teams be able to squeak something out tonight, and he's going to be big for them.
And Team Tidal Wave, for that matter, is also trying to get off the schneid tonight, and they've got a long losing skid that they're trying to break in the second regularly scheduled game tonight against Team Gordo's Tacos and Tequila. And they've got a player who played last week for Raising Canes, making his league debut, Matt DeMarsico. He is not presently out on the ice, but he is scheduled to appear per Tyler Murovich, wearing number 88 in orange. Meanwhile, taking the warm-up skate for Tidal Wave, wearing number 28 in orange, is tonight's newcomer for Team Tidal Wave, Cohen Belsterling, a Seneca Valley product and former Penn's Elite player who's played in a number of junior hockey circuits, most recently in Null with the Odessa Jackalopes.
Anyone that Tidal Wave can get right now, they're struggling a little bit, so hopefully he can step up and really help this team out, because they're gonna want this win bad tonight.
And Tidal Wave has had a lot of college-age players trying to contribute to its offense. They've been getting a lot of points, over 20 points altogether, in fact, from players who currently or have in the past skated for the Division I men's program at Robert Morris University. Among those players, Michael Felsing, number 17 in orange, who we saw earlier taking the warm-up skate, not on the ice, but again scheduled to appear tonight. Felsing, 11 goals, 16 points. He is Tidal Wave's leading scorer entering this week. And we see at center ice, number 14, the team captain, Connor Fedorik, who does not have RMU ties, but he is the captain of this Tidal Wave team. And ever since recuperating from his own injury and playing for the first time in this event, he's looked very good for Tidal Wave.
Yeah, going back to Felsing, I've played with him a few times in a tournament or two, and he's just a great player. They're going to really need him to step up tonight, and I think he has the ability to do that, and the ability to put this team on his back if he has to. So he's a great player. He can do a lot for this team.
There's a lot of Null players on all 4 rosters, for that matter, Aaron, and I know that you and I were discussing on and off the air last week how getting that extra junior hockey experience, whether you're of high school age or college age, it really gives you a leg up on other players in your own peer group.
Oh, it definitely does. College is a much different game than high school or amateurs, everyone's bigger, faster. So those few years that you can get at juniors with those older guys who are bigger and faster can really help you with your experience when you get to that next level. And can't say enough good things about the NAL. It's a great league. Everyone in that league can play, so it's huge for them.
Guess who else is back this week? Our camera operator, Michael Lyman. You saw him with some great shots of Chad Veltri, another former RMU Colonial, who's going to be in goal once again for Raising Cane's tonight. He'll be opposed in game one by the week one player of the night, Kyle McLaughlin, wearing number 20. And it's just about time to cut the ice here at the trackside rink here in Ice Castle. But before we step aside for that, we'll review the playing rules quickly of this event. They'll play 16-minute games, 2 8-minute periods, obviously, with a running clock. Overtime is 3 minutes of running clock hockey, followed by a sudden victory shootout, should that be necessary. Intentional icing results in a penalty shot. All penalties result in penalty shots with chasers. Players have to wait until the player touches the puck to leave the blue line behind the shooter taking the penalty shot. The play is live. Players can pass to their teammate on a shot, which we've seen several times. First violation is a warning. Second violation incurs an additional penalty shot. And in that instance, the first shot will not have chasers. Half-court hockey can't regroup past center ice or the red line, lest you turn over possession of the puck to your opponent. Pucks are in play, off the netting, above the glass. No face-offs other than center ice. 1 timeout per game. Either team is allowed to call it. Clock stops in the last minute of the period during penalty shots, injuries, pucks out of play, and or a called timeout. So we will take a break, and we'll be back with game one between Team Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers and Team Saloon of Mount Lebanon. He's Aaron Norkovicus of Pitt Johnstown Men's Club Hockey, Division I. I'm Matt Popchock of TenbandTV, and we've got Ice Castle 3-vs-3 Elite League Hockey on TenbandTV after this.
Hey there, hockey fans! You already know TenbandTV can stream live regional sports. But did you know you can also stream the best of the local music scene as well? Music from the 412 is live and streaming 24/7 on TenbandTV. Watch music videos, concerts, and original programming free from the comfort of your couch. Featuring the best of music and artists from Pittsburgh and Western PA. Tune in today.
Humphreys trying to get up ahead of the defense for Team Gordos, out to a 1-0 lead. Conyon, watch closely, down low for Humphreys. Humphreys from an angle, misses McLaughlin. Humphreys, right wing circle. Out in front it comes, and over the bar from the stick of Conyon. Good cycle here by Gordos. All alone is Humphreys, but he fans on the attempted shot. He gets it back, and he tucks it in anyway.
It's that same move that Boyson tried in the first game that he wasn't too successful on, but Humphreys was able to get it there.
He's so good, he's even failing upward. Humphreys recovers and easily taps it past McLaughlin to double the advantage for Gordos. Christian Humphreys' 9th goal of the competition. Team Gordo's trying to eat, drink, and be merry and advance to the championship round for the second time in 3 weeks as Humphreys nuzzles that nylon for a second time. And it's 3-1 in favor of the boys in black over Team Saloon of Mount Lebanon. And a beautiful rip, for that matter, by Pelosic. That was fading away, and you can break out the chapeaus for Christian Humphreys, baby. He gets it right back just like that. And now Team Saloon will call the lone time.
Oh, I'm excited for this one. We get to see Coley versus Humphreys, you know, two of the NHL players. Well, Humphreys not quite yet, but two really good young players, and it's going to be another good one. These two teams played really well in their respective games, so hopefully we can see a lot of goals in this one.
We were talking about this off the air, and I think you might be onto something. I wonder if other NHL teams might have underestimated Christian Humphreys, because he's looked awfully good throughout this event.
Yeah, I mean, just from being able to, I've seen him play before he was drafted in other leagues, and he's so fast, he's so skilled with the puck, but if I'm a Colorado fan, I'm definitely excited for him.
Could not. Humphreys trapped in the corner by DeMarsico. Humphreys. Edge of the left circle. Just on is Kanyan. Kanyan, bar down. 2-1 Gordos. Kanyan from above the right circle. Down low to Humphreys. Humphreys in tight. Slips it between the wickets of Chad Veltri.
Right around the Popchock, right through the 5-hole. Doesn't get prettier than that.
Coley, as we've said ad nauseum, is the one that everybody's coming to see, but it's Humphreys, the other perhaps future NHLer who's stealing the show.
Yeah, that's what it's about, you know. He's making a name for himself, so every play matters, you know.
Has scored 4 unanswered goals, and they did this in the first game of the entire event too. Back in week 1, they came from 3 goals down in the second period and eventually won in overtime over Team Gordos thanks to Justin Gibson. One-timer in front. Alex Kakali makes it 5-aside.
Humphreys again, so calm with that puck. Found that dude perfectly through the slot.
Humphreys and his line mates were absolutely on fire for Gordos last week. He was playing on a line frequently with Kanyan and Nick Kakali, and those three combined for 15 points in the consolation game. Stopped by Mason Mirovic. Lead pass to Humphreys, and that should do it. You can warm up the bus and start pouring those adult beverages at Gordos Tacos and Tequila. They will be your Week 5 Elite League champion.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
3 to Fedoruk. Fedoruk trying to go cross ice, picked off easily by McDonald. Breakaway chance for Brendan Wolcombe, the German international. Wolcombe to goal. He scores! Barred down. And Dark Brendan ties the game for Team Saloon. For Wolcombe, his 7th of the competition to lead Team Saloon. Wolcombe to O'Donnell. O'Donnell on that. He scores. Sean O'Donnell finally has an answer for Chad Veltri. And it's 1-0 Team Saloon early in the first. O'Donnell would have had a breakaway possibly.
That was a great play. Great hand-eye coordination. Smacked that right out of the air.
Love's backhander off the boards all the way back to center for Belsterling. Belsterling, right circle, toe drag, blocker save, Kyle McLaughlin. And Walsh goes down.
Shot.
A penalty shot in overtime with 38 ticks to talk.
Game on his stick. Let's see what he can do with it.
A trip deep in the attacking zone. An offensive zone penalty results in a penalty shot.
Mahler's going to give his teammate here a little boost on the back check with his stick.
Matt Walsh to take it. Can he win it for Team Saloon? Stopped by Evan Bear.
Great patience by Bear not to bite first there and seal the 5-hole.
Like Joey Junot on Kenny Reggett in that epic Pens Caps game in '96. Tried to go 5-hole. Goaltender wasn't having it.
Tidal wave here has possible. Oh, I was gonna say they have could have the last chance here, but I guess not.
13 seconds left in OT. O'Donnell for McDonald. McDonald through a crowd. Bear didn't know where that puck was. It's played out in front. Evan Bear will cover it. And for just the second time in this competition, and for the first time since the Week 1 championship round, we will head possibly to a sudden victory shootout. 3 seconds remaining. Lead pass for Garagach. It's off his skate, and that's just what we'll do.
What a game this one has been. Chances both ways. Both goalies just keeping their teams in it.
And again, this is not a conventional shootout per se. It is a sudden victory format. Think extra innings in professional baseball or any sort of organized baseball game. The last time we had one of these, it went 9 rounds long, and Kyle McLaughlin was involved, taking a tough loss to Chad Veltri and Team Raising Canes.
With how good he's been, I don't know if any of these tidal wave shooters are going to be able to beat him.
Well, Matt DeMarsico's had some pretty silky hands since appearing in this event for the first time for Team Raising Canes last week, and he'll shoot first for tidal wave. DeMarsico from between the circles. He scores! Just through the wickets of McLaughlin.
I stand corrected.
Now Brendan Wolcomb, who did score in that earlier shootout that I mentioned, has to score now to keep it alive for Team Saloon.
Tidal wave making some noise for their goalie.
Wolcomb is stopped! And that's your ball game, kids. Team Tidal Wave off the schneid after 6 consecutive defeats. They win in the sudden victory shootout, on the goal by Matt DeMarsico, 1-0-0, and they win the game by a final score of 5-4 over Team Saloon of Mount Lebanon. Live coverage of Ice Castle Hockey Elite 3 vs. 3 League Hockey on TenbandTV is brought to you by the Saloon of Mount Lebanon. And next up, we've got Team Raising Canes against Team Gordos. We've got that, our championship round, in a moment.
Shoot!
Since 1976, the Saloon of Mount Lebanon has been the place to be any day of the week, serving one of the best varieties of beverages, burgers, and bar foods the South Hills has to offer. From pizzas to Pittsburgh salads, the Saloon of Mount Lebanon truly has a little bit of everything. Most importantly, it has a great atmosphere and customer service with a personal touch. Open at 622 Washington Road anytime, any day, 3 to 12:30. Fridays and Saturdays, 3 to 2:30. Happy hour, 4 to 6 weekdays. Order online at saloonofmtlebanon.com. Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Lebo Saloon. With Aaron Norkovicus of Pitt Johnstown Men's Division I Hockey, I'm Matt Popchock of TenbandTV for continuing coverage of the 2024 Ice Castle Hockey Elite 3 vs. 3 League on TenbandTV. Week 6 championship, our final regular season game of any kind this summer, underway. Team Raising Canes in red, Team Gordos in black. Which of these front runners is going to take the crown heading into next week's special playoff event?
You know, Raising Canes definitely wants this one, especially after last week, just not being able to get it done and so close with the comeback and just blowing it there.
Once again, they've lost 3 championship rounds in a row after winning the first 2 in which they were involved. Pendo, left wing circle. This is the 4th time in all that these teams have met in the final round, and a great save there by Mason Murovich on Justin Gibson from the high slot area. Tomko takes the lead pass as Logan Cooley is on. The Raising Canes team captain, a 20-goal man in his rookie NHL season, leading the Utah Hockey Club into the Beehive State this coming fall. LJ Mooney. What a return for him tonight. Mooney from the circle for Cooley. Cooley waits for the netminder to go down, but Murovich makes the save at the edge of the goal mouth. Humphreys left circle. Christian Humphreys, who seems to have a very bright NHL future, through the circles. Nick Akali taken out of the play. Numbers possibly for Canes in a scoreless game early. Mooney, right circle. Sneaks it to Logan Cooley. Cooley from the high slot. Fakes, shoots, scores! You go, Glenn Coco! Logan Cooley, 1-0 Canes, 2 minutes in.
That little pump fake that he had there at the top of the circles looked like it froze Murovich in net, and just fakes one little step to his left and makes the world's difference.
Evan Conyon dispossessed at the last moment by Gibson, but Humphreys backed up the play. And look at Humphreys with the razzle-dazzle near side. Deep in the offensive zone, he has it. Go ahead, Aaron.
I was just going to say, we're definitely going to be in for a good one tonight with Humphreys on one side, Tomko as well, and then Mooney and Coley.
The top-tier skill off the charts in this last game, no question about it, as Boyson feeds Pendo. Pendo unable to beat Mason Murovich. And Mason could have a thing or two to say about how this game shakes out, the way he's played in goal for Team Gordos. Across the line, Tomko. Tomko speeding through traffic. Will Tomko, right side for Xander Kakali. Kakali with the OT winner for Team Gordos in game number 2 tonight. For Tomko.
If Team Canes can get a game like they had in the first one, then they shouldn't have to worry about anything. But like you said, Murovich, he definitely has the ability to steal one here.
Good cycle here by Gordos, trailing by 1. Bouncing puck in the general vicinity of Kakali, but Xander unable to redirect it on frame. Tomko 1-against-1 with Pendo. Tomko to the goal, save, Chad Veltri. Tyler Murovich, the Gordos captain, on now as we approach the midpoint of period 1. Ricky Boyson from his own zone surveying the play. Near side for Cooley. Logan Cooley with a hat trick in a dominant Game 1 performance by Raising Canes tonight. Cooley near corner. Mooney's one-timer. Good read by Mason Murovich. LJ Mooney gets the rebound to Cooley. Cooley toward the cage. Oh, toe save! And a beauty with a capital B by Double M.
Mirovich just turned a highlight reel goal into a highlight reel save with that one.
From the corner, Nick Kakali, worked over by Cooley. And Kakali trying to draw a penalty behind the Canes goal, no such luck. 3.5 to go in the first, still just a 1-0 contest. Mooney has it one more time as Nick Kakali wants to come off here. Mooney with a little spin maneuver, still has this puck. Backhand try, Mirovich the save. Mooney taken out of the play by Xander Kakali.
He might not have gotten around the defenseman there, but that was something I've never seen before on the ice.
We've been saying that a lot about LJ Mooney this summer. Let's just put it that way. Xander Kakali for Mirovich for Humphreys. Humphreys through the Red Sea, behind the net now, Christian Humphreys. Humphreys had his first hat trick of the tournament in the first game for Gordo's last week, en route to Player of the Week honors. And Humphreys on the back check deflects that puck off the netting. Remember, pucks off the netting are live in this format. Boyson toward the goal, poke check by Xander Kakali. Humphreys with it one more time late in the first for Gordo's. Kakali going to the cage. Humphreys will shoot it, and it'll be off Veltri. Gordo's has the rebound. Xander Kakali into the stomach of Chad Veltri, the former Fox Chapel Fox. Line change for Canes. Go ahead.
I was just about to say the same thing you said. Here comes that line again.
The Coley unit back on for Team Raising Canes. Drop pass to LJ Mooney. Mooney shot. Score! LJ Mooney. 2-0 Raising Canes.
That's an NHL level shot right there.
Draft eligible in 2025, and Logan Coley went 3rd overall to the team formerly known as the Arizona Coyotes, the highest selection ever of a Pittsburgh-born skater back in 2022. And Mooney, his cousin, also from West Mifflin, PA. What are the odds that he goes even higher? Makes you think.
Very possible.
Up to center. Cooley across the attacking line in a 2-0 game that favors his team. Cooley thinking things over, dropping it for Chris Conway, who fakes the shot. Back to Cooley it'll come. Cooley high slot area for Mooney. Mooney trying to go through the 5-hole, but this time the 5-hole was closed. 1 minute to play in the first period. Canes having some trouble getting out of their own zone, and fortunately for their sake, Boyson hangs on to that puck. Boyson toward the goal, save Mirovich, and the rebound bounds right out to Konyan. Evan Konyan to Tyler Mirovich in the final 45. Mirovich nuzzles that nylon.
2-on-1 one way and a save just leads to a 2-on-1 the other way and a goal.
We've got a couple of 20-goal men in the Derby this year. Tyler Mirovich joining the club. And it's a 2-1 game in the final half minute of the first period. Pendo going down at center. Correction, no, that is Pendo, I'm sorry. But the point moot as play continues.
Those are always scary falls there. Hopefully he's all right. He looks like he is.
2-1 Canes. Gibson fakes. Gibson lost that puck. Bounding off the side of the net. 5 seconds left. Humphreys needs to hurry. Humphreys fires wide at the buzzer. Midway through the Week 6 championship round, 2024 Ice Castle Hockey Elite 3 vs. 3 League action on 10-band TV. Team Raising Canes 2, Team Gordo's Tacos and Tequila 1. With Aaron Norkovicus, I'm Matt Popchock. Back in a moment. The final period of regulation in regular season play for Ice Castle 3-versus-3 Elite League Hockey in the summer of 2024. With Aaron Norkovic, I'm Matt Popchock. Team Raising Canes 2, Team Gordos 1. Gordos controlling the opening faceoff of the second. LJ Mooney in that top line take it over quickly for Team Canes. Coley for Mooney. Mooney unable to get it around Humphreys. Humphreys trying to drag it around Coley. Coley stayed with him, and one possession now up ahead for LJ Mooney. Mooney 1 against 3, fires from distance. Easy save for Mason Murovich.
Looked like for a little bit, though, we were going to get the matchup we've been talking about, Tomko and Humphreys versus Mooney and Coley, but Mooney just changed there. And there goes Tomko as well.
Both teams changing on the go as Conyan goes to the side of the net, and Xander Kakali sneaks it behind Veltri to tie it at 2 inside minute number 1 of period number 2.
That was a great spin move by Conyan up there, receiving that pass and spinning in one motion, gave himself a ton of time and space.
Xander Kakali in this competition, we've seen his stock rise as an offensive defenseman, and answering right back is Slick Rick. Ricky Boyson with a backhander. He just missed out on a hat trick in game number 1 for Raising Canes, and he's given them the lead right back as that puck, bounded off the mask of Chad Veltri. Canes with that transition game that's so impressive that Aaron was talking about earlier. And they'll try to get that transition game going one more time if they can possibly help it. But Conyan controls this puck for Gordos. Through a crowd, it's fired off a body by Nick Kakali. Bounding out in front.
There they go again. He has Boyson in the middle.
And Boyson is up ahead of the play now. Boyson to the goal. He scores! Thank you, sir. May I have another? 4-2 Raising Canes.
Talked about Coley and LJ a lot today, but Boyson as well has had a great day. That's 2 goals in this game, 2 goals in the last game. He's stepping up when they need him.
Rising senior at Trinity College, a D3 hockey program. Played some PIHL hockey very briefly for the Ringgold Co-op program a number of years ago. Attended virtual high school, I should say, apart from his time in the Ringgold district.
Another mask problem from Murovich. They're going to call their timeout.
An official timeout with 5:15 remaining.
Oh, maybe not. The referee called it, but I think he's going to cancel it there. It was just a strap again that we saw earlier.
We're back to play with Canes up by 2 in the second period. Coley, Mooney, oh my goodness! LJ, you say?
That was beautiful. Coley with the toe drag move right around Tomko. I don't even know where Mooney fitted that puck in.
I may lose my voice just from saying, oh my goodness. It's one dazzling play after another by Mooney as we get a penalty called here and a penalty shot forthcoming with 4.5 to go in regulation.
They're going to get Pendo for tripping. He does not look happy about it, shaking his head.
So a chance for Team Gordos with still a lot of time left in this game to stop the bleeding a little bit here as Xander Kakali will take it.
We've seen time and time again, there's just no team is ever out of it in this league.
Humphreys converts the feed from Kakali. The penalty shot is good, and it's a 2-goal game just like that.
They pulled one out of the Canes playbook. We saw that last week in the championship game on Pendo's penalty shot. He had a breakaway, and he looked over his shoulder and found Coley for a goal.
Gibson with Coley just on now for Raising Canes in a 5-3 affair. Coley through a crowd on his backhand now. Looking for space. Not much to be had at the moment for Logan Coley. Coley using those legs to create space. Mason Murovich with a save. Good outlet pass to Humphreys. Humphreys has a step on Boyson. Humphreys to the goal, and he scores! How did that get by Veltri?
That blocker side 6 hole again. Another one sneaks in through there. It's a great play by Humphreys.
And with 3:20 left, it's a one-goal game just like that. Gordos not going down without a fight. Conyon across the attacking line. Off the skate of Boyson, lead pass to LJ Mooney. Mooney high and wide. Cooley gets the rebound. Coley on his backhand for Mooney. Mooney just trying to settle the play down here for Raising Canes and put it on goal. Mason Murovich from his knees makes that play. Final 3 of the second period. Canes clinging to a 5-4 lead. Murovich out in front. Good read there by Veltri to break up that attempted pass. Ricky Boyson left wing side. Boyson toward goal, wide of the far post. Turnover to Ricky Boyson. Boyson for Pendo now. The two Mon Valley natives hooking up there in the offensive zone. Chris Conway, former Johnstown Tomahawk, unable to play it to anyone except Devin Rorick, pardon me. And Rorick has it at center for Gordos. Left wing for Murovich. Tyler Murovich for Devin Rorick going to the goal, but couldn't get the tip in. 2 minutes to play. Caden Pendo has Gibson trailing. Good poke check by Xander Kakali. Kakali up for Humphreys. Humphreys to the goal. Stopped by Chad Veltri. Mark that one down.
It's a possible game saver right there.
Cooley with hair on fire urgency to LJ Mooney. Mooney spinorama. Mooney off the defender's stick. Mooney just ran out of room to shoot there.
Mooney and Coley, they can make plays go from 0 to 100 real quick. They look like they're going to slow the game down, and next thing you know, they're just all over you.
Tomko tracing that right wing circle. Cross ice for his Peters Township brother-in-arms, Christian Humphreys. Humphreys shot blocked by Logan Cooley. Justin Gibson, a minute 10 to play.
Gordos looking towards the bench. He's getting ready to go here soon, possibly.
You read my mind. He wants to come off, but he's not able to because Canes has this puck. Final minute of play. Lead pass to Logan Cooley, and Cooley's going to take his time bringing it across the blue line. As I untie my tongue, he is poke checked by Evan Conyon, and Conyon finds Humphreys. Humphreys follows this bouncing puck, and he is stopped again by Chad Veltri. A right foot save.
2 big saves by Veltri on Humphreys here at the end of this game to keep them in, and Boyston's going to seal it.
Yes, he is. Got any more hats left? Give it to the young man. 6-4 your score. 20 seconds to go. Humphreys, drag maneuver, broken up to Pendo. Veltri's going to continue sitting this one out. 10 seconds left, but it's not going to matter because time is the enemy of Gordos. On the doorstep, Veltri with one last save.
Mooney's most likely just going to flip it, kill the rest of this time. It's a big win by Canes there.
And Raising Canes will be your number 1 seed next week. Gordos, Tacos, and Tequila will be your 2 seed. After that, Saloon at 3, Tidal Wave Sports at 4. Your final score and your Week 6 champion, Team Raising Canes Chicken Fingers wins it over Gordos, Tacos, and Tequila 6-4. And we had a feeling that things would be a little bit different tonight, Aaron, when LJ Mooney walked into the building, and we were correct.
Yeah, there's no other way to put it. He's a game changer. Like we said earlier, he's just having fun out there. He wants to put on a show for everybody, and just the things that he does out there is just unlike anything I've ever seen before.
PIHL fans, it's almost time to do that PIHL hockey again. But first, we need to do that PIHL hockey sponsorship, and our 24-25 PIHL Hockey Night Live ad opportunities are available right now. TenbandTV is once again planning coverage of the Pennsylvania Interscholastic Hockey League's entire regular season and postseason from October through March. TenbandTV offers ad subscriptions for your business or organization for as little as $249 a month. Cancel anytime, or you can build your own package tailored to your own budget. Visit tenbandtv.com/advertise and contact Todd at tenbandproductions.com for more information, and enter the promo code TBTV-hockey at checkout for 10% off your first purchase. Thank you, Todd Kazarowski. Thank you, Michael Lyman. Thank you, Aaron Norkovicus. Thank you, Tyler Murovich. And thank you for watching and listening. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers 6, Gordo's Tacos and Tequila 4. Raising Cane's, your 3-time league champion, going into next week's special playoff event. I'm Matt Popchock, and that's all she wrote from the Ice Castle in Castle Shannon, where you have been watching Ice Castle Elite 3 vs. 3 League Hockey on TenbandTV. With S-Mark Stars. He's a good playoff goaltender. Wraparound try and a goal for Liam Walsh, his first since joining this competition after coming off the injured. And now Cooley and Mooney, cousins, they will galvanize. And welcome home, son, that quickly. First shift, first team. Feeds it to LJ Mooney, back to Logan Cooley. Cooley dangles, Cooley on his backhand. Cooley tucks it around McLaughlin. Cooley dangles, Cooley on his backhand. Cooley tucks it around McLaughlin. Bow to your sensei. And it's 2-1 Raising Cane's.
Nothing there. And, oh, here comes LJ now. Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Cooley and Mooney putting on a clinic right now. They're going to do it themselves if they have to.
Ekberg directing traffic for Team Saloon. Up ahead to Liam Walsh. Trying to hit Brendan Walcom. Now he does. Walcom shoots, scores. Brendan couldn't finish the play.
Another great play by Kyle there. It's not easy being able to get your stick out like that when you're going one way. You know he wants to come the other. And there's another one from Boyson.
For his second of the game and 19th overall in this tournament. Liam Walsh toward goal, and that's a fine how do you do.
We talked earlier about the chemistry that Logan and LJ had. Oh, wow.
Logan Coley. Think of the children. Their opponent lands a punch, they land a counter punch offensively of some kind. Here comes Logan Coley. Coley upstairs! Their opponent lands a punch, they land a counter punch offensively of some kind. Here comes Logan Coley. Coley upstairs! His team has helped him out big time in this one, I think, Aaron.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
oh my goodness, how did
gosh.
Coley get that to go in? He pulls a Mario.
If he can pull something fancy out on this one.
What will Logan Coley do for an encore? Oh, he'll do that. But Kyle McLaughlin has other ideas. By Coley. 3 seconds left. One more chance for Mooney. One more save for Kyle McLaughlin. But it doesn't matter in the slightest because contest here as Murovich plays it in the corner for Xander Kakali. Tyler Murovich nuzzles that nylon 24 seconds in. He has 18 goals now with 19 of those. DeMarsico to the goal. He tucks it around Mason Murovich.
Saw a lot of those force. Everything, just he's knocking down everything.
A much more tight contest with under 3 minutes to go in period one of Game 2 for Kanyan. Humphreys open on the left side. He goes there. Humphreys to the goal. Score! Oh, that was perverse. For Kanyan. Humphreys open on the left side. He goes there. Humphreys to the goal. Score! Oh, that was perverse. Scored on a penalty shot in period one. Tries to fake out Mirovic and does. Thank you, sir. May I have another? Matt DeMarsico. Still on the forecheck here in a 2-2 game. Early second period. Out in front to Tyler Mirovic. Burial. A 2-on-none, meanwhile, for Tidal Wave Sports, and an easy tap-in goal for Jordan Timmons. That's his second of the tournament, and that's a big break. That is indeed the case. Humphreys with 4.5 to go in the second period. 3-3 the score. Christian Humphreys, side of the net, one-timer put wide by Konyan for Tidal Wave. Fedorik makes his move. He's scores! Oh, it just snuck under the stick of Mason Mirovic.
Let's see if they can hold on to it.
Humphreys' shot is deflected out of play. Kakali out in front. Tyler Mirovic flips it on goal, and Bear has it somehow. It's on the check, and now Devin Rourke gets a penalty shot of his own. Rourke makes good on that attempt, and we've got a 4-4 hockey game with 1.5 minutes left. Peter Kakali. Kakali trying to outrace Garagach out in front of Mirovic. Cross ice. Humphreys off the side of the post. Bounces right to Garagach, but underneath his stick. Lead pass to Humphreys. Humphreys trying to get around to Marsico. Cuts to the cage. Bear freezes it for Kakali. Through traffic. Bear doesn't know where it is. Gordo still has it. Up to Kakali. Centering pass. Turnaround shot. Mirovic stopped by Bear. And it's put in! And it's put in! Xander Kakali puts on the cape with 12 ticks to talk.
Wow, all those
5-4, so our championship game tonight will be a familiar matchup. The top two teams again. Team Raising Canes against Team Gordos. And penultimate game. Team Tidal Wave scores as they move the puck from left to right on your TV, computer, or mobile device. You go, Jordan Timmons, as they did earlier this summer. Fedorik takes a drop pass, and the captain makes it happen. Tidal Wave on a mission, scoring twice in the game. For a little love tap. 2-on-none for Tidal Wave. DeMarsico. Belsterling stopped by Kyle McLaughlin. My goodness.
That was in this. They got to get one for him.
And let's give Evan Bear some credit. He's been dialed in, and I spoke too soon. Carter Eckberg finally makes the donut disappear for Team Saloon competition. A former state champion, won 10 years ago with Rick Tingle in Peters Township, as Sean O'Donnell goes bar down from the 17-year-old as it's sent up ahead for Sean O'Donnell. O'Donnell snaps it in. 3 unanswered, and the floodgates have opened. Goalie, unofficially. Alex Gritz.
They play good players, good teams.
And Gravy, Alex Gritz. Final 1.5 minutes, net empty down to our right. Tidal Wave skating 4 against 3, and they score. Adam Mahler makes it a 1-goal affair. 4 against 3. Fedorik waits, watches, down low Garagach. Garagach tucks it in before the buzzer, and we'll go to overtime for the second game.
Could have been a breakaway there, but that puck just did not want to sit with him.
DeMarsico on his forehand, in on McLaughlin, who just gets a piece and hangs on.
Stack.
Matt Walsh to take it. Can he win it for Team Saloon? Stopped by Evan Bear. 13 seconds left in OT. O'Donnell for McDonald. McDonald through a crowd. Bear didn't know where that puck was. It's played out in front. Evan Bear will cover it. Championship round. We will head possibly to a sudden victory shootout. 3 seconds remaining. Lead pass for Garagach. It's off his skate, and that's just what we'll do. Sneaks it to Logan Cooley. Cooley from the high slot. Fakes, shoots, scores! You go, Glenn Coco. Logan Cooley by Raising Canes tonight. Cooley near corner. Mooney's one-timer. Good read by Mason Mirovic. LJ Mooney gets the rebound to Cooley. Cooley toward the cage. Oh, toe save! And a beauty with a capital B. On for Team Raising Canes. Drop pass to LJ Mooney. Mooney shot, score! LJ Mooney bounds right out to Konyan. Evan Konyan to Tyler Mirovic in the final 45. Mirovic nuzzles that nylon. Both teams changing on the go as Konyan goes to the side of the net, and Xander Kakali sneaks it behind Veltri to tie it at 2. Xander Kakali in this competition, we've seen his stock rise as an offensive defenseman, and answering right back is Slick Rick.
He has Boyson in the middle.
And Boyson is up ahead of the play now. Boyson to the goal. He scores! Thank you, sir. May I have another? We're back to play with Canes up by 2 in the second period. Cooley, Mooney. Oh my goodness! But here is Xander Kakali will take it.
We've seen time and time again, there's just no team is ever out of it in this league.
Humphreys converts the feed from Kakali. Good outlet pass to Humphreys. Humphreys has a step on Boyson. Humphreys to the goal, and he scores! How did that get by Veltri? Has Gibson trailing. Good poke check by Xander Kakali. Kakali up for Humphreys. Humphreys to the goal, stopped by Chad Veltri. Mark that one down. Poke check by Evan Conyon. And Conyon finds Humphreys. Humphreys follows this bouncing puck, and he is stopped again by Chad Veltri. Foot save.
2 big saves by Veltri on Humphreys here at the end of this game to keep them in, and Boyson's going to seal it.
Yes, he is.
Hat-trick.
6th champion. Team Raising Canes Chicken Fingers wins it over Gordo's Tacos and Tequila 6-4.